Gulf tensions yet to severely impact port performance. The Persian Gulf is once again under the international spotlight, due to escalating tensions between Iran and the United States. Recent developments indicate a severe standoff, with Iran pushing back against U.S. demands for direct negotiations over its nuclear program. The implications of these tensions are profound, particularly for the strategic maritime routes and ports in the Persian Gulf. Iran has made its intentions clear, not to yield to U.S. President Donald Trump's demands for direct nuclear talks, opting instead for indirect negotiations through Oman, a neutral intermediary. In a stern warning, a senior Iranian official conveyed to Reuters, on the condition of anonymity, that neighboring countries hosting U.S. military bases might find themselves in the crossfire should they facilitate a U.S. attack on Iran. This includes the use of airspace or territories during military operations, marking a significant escalation in regional military rhetoric. Ocean Network Express has announced the launch of the new Thailand-Vietnam East India 2 service. This service is expected to enhance the existing SVX service, maintaining connectivity between the Straits area and East India, while further strengthening direct transportation from Katlai and Layam Shabang to East India. With the introduction of TE2, one said the transportation network between Southeast Asia and East India will be further expanded. The port rotation of the TE2 service will be Ho Chi Minh, Layam Shabang, Singapore, Port Klang, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, Port Klang, Singapore, Ho Chi Minh. The TE2 service will commence on April 20, 2025, with the first departure from Katlai, Ho Chi Minh. Piracy and ship robbery in Asian waters surge in early 2025. Asian waters experienced a sharp rise in piracy and ship robbery incidents during the January to March 2025 period, marking a 53% increase, compared to the same period in 2024, according to data from the recap. A total of 43 incidents were reported across the region in Q1 2025, up from 28 incidents during the same period last year, representing one of the most significant spikes in recent years. As in previous reports, the Straits of Malacca and Singapore remained the most affected area, accounting for the highest number of incidents. Recap ISC data shows 36 incidents occurred in the SOMs between January and March 2025, followed by 3 in Indonesian waters, and 2 each in Indian waters, and the South China Sea. Maersk and CMA-CGM terminate U.S.-Venezuela service. The service calls at Port Everglades, Kingston, La Guaira, Puerto Cabello, Cartagena, Puerto Cortes, Santo Tomas de Castilla and Port Everglades. Using 2 CMA-CGM ships and 1 Maersk vessel, the service has a 3-week turnaround, but will stop running at the end of the month, according to Alpha Liner, which stated that it is not known if this arose from the Trump administration's latest policies towards Venezuela. The U.S. president blinked first in an escalating tariff war, declaring that import duties imposed on countries that had not retaliated will be paused for 90 days, giving an immediate boost to global stock markets. Despite the 90-day pause on higher tariffs, the 10% baseline rate remains in place. Meanwhile, tariffs on China will not be suspended. Instead, Trump has raised them to 145%. There is a point at which the raising of import duties becomes redundant, said an analyst, as the price of many goods will be lower than the tax, while other prices will soar to levels that are no longer attractive to consumers. Earlier in the week, China had retaliated with tariffs of 84% imposed on the U.S., while Europe set out a program of 3 tariff hikes from 15th of April, 15 May, and 1st of December, on annual imports totaling around $20.9 billion US. In a latest response, China raised further tariffs on U.S. imports to 125%.